thank you for all the efforts that you put as ISL members society for this initiative about letting the students and even the young engineers know about what the importance of research and how they can go ahead with different approaches to make it more quality and even get more visibility. So as you mentioned, starting from Dr. Danushka's session, we had a good start from the preparation of a manuscript and basics of the article writing and how you can choose a topic like that. Then we moved to a more practical scenario about how to use these novel tools for the research, and also what about the publication process, how you could choose a good journal. So that was the second point. Then we went to the ethics in research and how IESL is supporting the research in Sri Lankan context. And even as Dushanta is mentioning earlier, this is about how you could then get more encouragement for this IESS technical sessions. So if you are interested in submitting an article, now I think you have a better idea what you can do to improve that and how you can get the article accepted. So my contribution to this one is not only IEEE, but there are some local organizations who supports research and students and young professionals in this context in engineering research. So I'll go through first in IEEE side, because as it's a global organization, we have a lot of opportunities and a lot of tools that you can use to get more visibility and even get more support for your research. So that's the first point I would like to start. I will be going a little bit here and there in my slides with some websites. So if there is a technical issue or anything, kindly let me know. So first thing is about these IEEE conferences. So you might be aware of these conferences. In Sri Lanka also, we have several IEEE conferences, more than 10 now. The thing is, if IEEE tag is there in a conference, what it means is it is going to be quality checked by the IEEE guidelines. So as a member of technical course sponsorship committee in Sri Lanka section for these conferences, if you need more information how this process is going to be done, you can share that knowledge as well. But that is for the organizers. But what I like to get your attention is, if you know what are the quality checkers these organization is having, you will get an idea about how to improve your publication even. Because for example, in IEEE conferences, we need to have at least 4 reviewers. So that is one quality check, like as one example. So if you know that he's going to go through 4 reviewers and they should be experts in these fields, and we have to submit the reviewers' comments even for IEEE for their quality checking. So that's how we have these conferences accepted by the IEEE technical course sponsorship. So that is the idea that you can get from the organizing process of IEEE conferences. And even the other point is there are several conferences in several countries in this world under IEEE. So if you find your research interest is in one of these conferences tracks, so you can submit in the same format. All will go through the same quality, and your paper will be published in IEEE Explorer. So if I go back to the website, which gives us an idea about these conferences simply. So I think it's visible. So what you can do here is, if you have a paper now we went through 3 workshops. We assume like you have started from the paper writing and you have searched for the publication. So best thing is you can select the scope of your paper. If you think like it can go through a journal. So that is in a little bit advanced level. But if your research is still ongoing, but you have some findings, you can start with a conference. So that's what we practice normally. Because your findings can be improved, but meanwhile you can get out a publication with a solid results to showcase that you have kind of a progress in your research. So for your undergraduate studies, mostly your supervisors will encourage you to go for a conference. So if it is an IEEE conference, how you can find is there are a lot of ways that you can find it. Simply if I type Sri Lanka here, you will be able to see what are the conferences that is listed on the location we mentioned as Sri Lanka. So that will help us to kind of go through the conference titles and then understand the scope of it. My internet is a little bit slow, so be patient. Even, okay, so I think I have to type it in the similar way. Okay, let's say automation. So just to, okay. So if I type a kind of a keyword, so you will get several conferences that is happening, and they will sort the conferences according to your requirement. Like here, you can sort it with either by the conference title, which will be in alphabetical order, or you can sort it by dates. So this is something you will see as the sorting by dates, because it is the most important thing for us. If this, as this goes, this is a conference which is happening today. So, but if you check about the location, so it's happening in UK. So if you want to go ahead with the conferences that is happening later in the year, you can filter them and get an idea about the conference. Now, if I click on this conference, you will see even here you will see the field of interest and what's the organization that it organized, and whether it is a hybrid conference or in-person or a virtual one. And if you go here, they will have another description about the location of the conference, as well as conference website, and directly email the organizer and ask any queries based on this forum. So here what they provide you in these organizations or sponsors is which area this is covered and who is supporting other than IEEE or from IEEE side. So that is one way of understanding what you want to publish. And even when I say if you're going to sort it by location, you can choose it in your IEEE account. If you are a member, you will get the location already added. So if you are searching it, they know your location, so they will sort it out according to your preference, like from the closest to the longest location. So it depends on what you want to search here. And even if I want to type anything that goes with different keywords, you can find a conference. So how we do is also something like this. So if you want to have a conference that is upcoming, you can go ahead and check this list and get more ideas. So you see, like, up to here, there are 19 pages that under automation in different locations of the world. So that is one facility that IEEE provides for the researchers to find where they are going to publish if it is a conference that you are targeting. Then, like, this number is huge, but now it has been changed, I think, more than this. So the point is you cannot search throughout like the whole list. So you have to select whether you are going to go for the location filtering or the dates or the field of interest. So that I think you can get some idea about it. And even for IEEE membership, you can just register without paying first, and then after that you will get a number. But if you want to get fully access to most of these information, you might need to get the membership. That is one thing I keep as a side note for you. So the important of IEEE is, as you saw, there are several conferences or other entities supporting the research publications. So not only that, IEEE have another segment which we call as this publication. So when you go for the next segment, it is going to be the publication. So in the publication tab, when you go to the IEEE website, you will have different tabs here. So I went here. So even you can see how many conference. Now it says 2000 annual conferences, more than 2000. So that's how we sorted out what you want to do. Then in this publication tab, it will allow you to get an idea about the journals. I think you were informed about journals, how to select a journal by the previous workshops we had in last 3 days. Here, what IEEE provide you is one website. You will get the idea about what type of journals that IEEE is providing you for your publications. So here, this information will give you more idea about how to get a good journal selected and what are the lists of these IEEE journals and magazines, and even they have books printed published by IEEE. So this is one tool. As a website tool, you can choose whether you want to go for a journal or whether you want to go for a conference, and even the past proceedings and everything can be found in this website. The other thing is authors even can use publication recommender, where it will sort you as the same way that we did for the conferences. If you have keywords, you can type, and even if you have, if you want to publish it before this date, because some journals, they have deadlines. So one issue you should submit before the date. So if this tool has make your life easy by submitting this date that you want to make it published, it will show you the journals and magazines that is under your specifications that you put here. So even if you have an article now, when you're trying to submit, you have to have an article. So then you should have your article title. So even you can type that and get the date done. And even you can find a conference. So the same link will be added to this conference link as well. So that is kind of a tool that provides you the easy navigation through this list of 2,200 journal publications they have. So that is one tool, and I would like to get your attention to this. And if you are interested, please go through this and get familiar with this tool. It's a good one for you to check. Even if you really want to check this before publishing or before finalizing your article, that's also fine, because you might have an idea, okay, what's the quality I should provide this, and what's the level that they have published the most recent articles, or what are the trends. So that's how we get to know about the world trends on research on your interested area. So that is one tool that we have in under IEEE publications. And it will provide you other information if you wish to know about the IEEE books. So you can go here and get a little bit of an idea about that. So I'm not going to go one by one, but I just wanted to show you what we have as tools in IEEE. So then the important part here is in IEEE, these publication tools, it is easy to find. Like that's why when you publish your article, even someone can find it easily. So simply I will show you how this Explorer is working, even IEEE Explorer, where you publish your articles. So that will have your name. If you are the author, your name is the one of the keywords that you can use to find your article. So if you type your name in that search bar in the publication tool we have, so it will show you what are the papers under your name that you have published with IEEE. So that is easy. Now that navigation has make our life easy. Like if you have an idea, I want to find an article like written by this author, so I can search the name and get the articles. So that is the easy access that we are getting through this publication tool. And even credibility, like I told you, IEEE conferences, IEEE journals are going through a tough review process. And with that, according to the standards, this quality is maintained. So always we are trying to keep that quality to a good standard. So you will get a credit, because if you are publishing it in IEEE or any reputed journal anywhere, so it will show you the credibility that you have, because it's an international recognized publication. And then the flexibility, as I showed you, like if you have the article title, you can select the conferences or the journals or magazines that you are eligible to submit very easily. So the tool is flexible, so you can go ahead and get the information that you need very easily. And the IEEE Explore is the digital library. We have all of your articles that you published under IEEE is stored. So I think this number is now increased. So 4 million full text articles and papers is a good number, that you have a great pool that you can search for different disciplines. The other thing is the disciplines that you have under IEEE in publications is very wide. So you can search for any discipline, mostly even management kind of research discipline. If you're interested on that, you will find some articles related to that. So let me show you about this IEEE Explorer a little bit, because how we navigate in the Explorer. So when I go for the IEEE Explorer, so it will again have the way to search several items. So this is the most recent number they have in as the number of articles. So if I want to go for an advanced search about like what type of search terms. Now, in a publication, I believe you have learned about, you need to have keywords. That is actually the key of your publication. If someone want to search your paper and get an idea about what you are doing, your keywords matters. So when I type automation, if somebody has published under the keyword automation, so that will be counted as a article that satisfy the requirement of my search term. So here is there are a lot of conditions that you can put. Even you can have one keyword and you can have it like and or, but sometimes we need a not even. Like when I want to have few search words, I need to avoid some terms as well. So you can put them in this search as well. And even the most important thing is always you have to have these most recent preferences in your research publications. In journals, high-end journals, they will look for this, whether you have followed the most recent references. So in your reference list, if you see like 1999 article, if that is a solid theory, that's totally fine. You don't want to remove anything that showcase the importance of that theories. That's not the problem. But if you are talking about AI or something very new, if you have an article referred like way back, so they will see why. So if you have most recent articles to back it up, then it's a good point for you. So if you want to find it easily, you can search, and you can change this timeline, and you can put specific year range as well. So they have put it as the sample like 1884 because it's 140 years. Now IEEE is 140 years. So they have started way back. So we have a good pool of articles here. So I can search for many things, like I can put my interest in, and here it will guide you to search this pool of articles in a way that you are doing it in finding when you are doing it in the Scholar article finding in the Google even. So you can follow this kind of search in the Google if you want to filter your searches. And then the other point is, as I told you, like if you type the name, so you will find articles. So if I try, I might have different names as my first name, so this is not mine. So whatever the articles, someone with this surname will be listed in this search. So if you want to search it between a range, you can always put this one. And if you want to search it by the author only, like I didn't put my first name, but they suggest which first name you need. So that's how good it is. And even you can filter by the affiliation even, because it will show us the requirement that if the similar name comes here, you can filter by the affiliation. So even publication title, if you know the title, you can go ahead and get it done. So this is the conference list they have, or the publication list they have. So get this experience by searching the relevant articles by yourself. It's not a kind of a advanced thing, but I really want you to get the idea about it. And here you see something like conferences and journals. So thing is, if you only want to search in conferences, you can take this. But if you really only want to search in journals under this name, you can tick this one. So that is the contribution they put here in the advanced filtering. And the most important point here is, if you are interested in some kind of articles, you can give your email, and you will get similar, if there is a publication recently happening in your interested area, it will be notifying you by an email. So I have been using this one for a few interested areas. So it's good, like when it is published, you will get an email. Okay, you have the information in hand at the moment that it is published. So because you are going along with the trends in the world in research. So that's how we get the advanced improvements in our research as well. So that is one way, and even it will show you other authors, and you can access the paper as well here. Okay, that's about the IEEE Explorer, and there are a lot of things you need to get the hands-on experience. I'm not going to go through it. It's like not a teaching class for navigating of website. It's very easy. So that's how IEEE has prepared it. And why it is important for us to be findable. Like if you want to get the visibility as an author, so that's how you are going to get the findability requirement. So if I want someone citing my paper, like, you know, in the research world, the citation matters. Like generally what citation means is how good your research and how many has used it for their future research. So that is the kind of the contribution you are giving to the scientific community. So if you need to get more citations, means you need to get more visibility. So when you are publishing with a journal or IEEE conference or any other conference, you will now always get an email telling, please share this in your social media, go and search this, share this in LinkedIn, and share this with your colleagues. So what they really encourage is get the visibility from your side while they are providing the maximum they can. So why they need is, if I know that this kind of articles are there in my research area, I know what to think and how to refer to them. So that's the kind of the importance of having this findability. Now, if you are the author, you will get the more visibility. And even if you are a researcher, you will get more recent information when you search these kind of websites. Then what else increases the findability for these authors under IEEE? Like IEEE articles are having the relationship with all these well-established other organizations to increase this findability and the visibility. So I think you have heard about IEEE elsewhere. So they have their own research document pools. So the IEEE is connected with all these most important institutions which provide this indexing and abstracting. So that's why you are going to get the more visibility through the IEEE publication. So, and even IEEE have this open access as a publication. So it goes as the IEEE access. So what you have is all the documents that is published under IEEE open access will be freely available for you. And if you want to find new trend on your interested area, you can go to the open access domain and you will get a good article related to that. And we have hybrid journals, which are sometimes subscription based, and also some articles are open access. So if you search some of the articles, you will see a sign that it is locked, like a padlock. That means either you can try being a member, but even for a member, sometimes they have the subscription fee for an article. So there are other mega journals where it has open access, and even there are full open access journals under this open access concept. So what a research institution really want by publication is dissemination of knowledge for the others to use it. If you go back and check how this PIC microcontrollers started their journey, so they have started with architecture, then the patent rights and everything is shared, not the patent right, but the architectural information that if someone needs to develop a microcontroller again on top of that, they have been sharing it freely available for the other manufacturers. That's why the kind of technology has been improved. So similar idea is there. If you really want to disseminate knowledge, you need to give some access for all the researchers without any boundaries. So that is one way of contributing to the development or advancement of the research. So we have the open access publications under IEEE. And like for more than 140 years, like starting many way back with the Tesla and all these very highly reputed researchers in the world. So that's why the pool is high, and you have got a lot of resources under this IEEE research tool. And I just wanted to highlight the opportunities you have under IEEE as a technical society. So these are divisions that we call in IEEE. There are 10 divisions. So this is where Power and Energy Society is. So this is coming under Division 6. So all of these divisions are divided based on the technical aspects of the society chapters we are having. I'll show you what this society chapter means, or what they have as the link there. So if I go back to this IEEE main website, so IEEE have another tab called these communities, and under that you have IEEE societies. So these are the names of the societies. Now, if I read few names: Communications Society, Information Theory Society, Industry Application Society, Society and Social Implications of Technology, Solid State Circuit Society. So each of these societies have their own governing bodies, have their own journals, have their own publication magazines, have their own conferences. So there are lot of opportunities you can get from this details that is under this IEEE society. So if I go for Power and Energy Society, it will tell you what they are doing. So this is for power and energy sector. They are providing these developing standards. I'll go to the standards in a while. So this is where the website of each chapters are there. So these societies are divided based on their disciplines. Now, if you see that divisions again later on, you will see electronics, everything related to electronics is under one division, and everything related to power, electrical is under one division, communication, AI, computers. So they have their own divisions. So that's how the governing of these societies are happening. Why I wanted to show you that is, what are the areas these societies are covering is going from electronics, electrical, communication, social aspects, management. That's why I told you it's going to have a wide area of research for you to find out more articles and more information. And they are the trending information that these societies are providing you as information. And one society, if I'll choose PES, Power and Energy Society. So if I go there, so you will see the importance of the Power and Energy Society, what the member count, and even how many local chapters like us how many chapters are there in worldwide, so what are the upcoming events under IEEE for Energy Society, and these are the publications they have. So every month they will be sending these magazines for you. Like they have a lot of novel technologies in a good, nice way. So you can get an idea about it. So that is one chapter which covers the power and energy. So there they have their own programs and they have their own publications, conferences are listed. So like that. So I'm not going to go on that in detail, but what I want to highlight here is these divisions will provide you a better separation between these disciplines we are talking in engineering. And when you go for each of these societies, they will have their own journals, they have their own conferences where you can find a good place to publish. And the most important thing is the societies are linked with each other, so they are sharing their knowledge. Now if I say electronics, power and energy cannot survive without electronics. So that's how they have the connection technologically and even in operations of these societies. And the patent and IEEE has been the leading organization which provide these patent publications. So that is one area. I think rather like you have several options to get your research open for the community. You have the publications, you have conferences, journals, and even if your product is a hardware product that has a lot of features, you can go for a patent. So this IEEE patent will help us to go through that. So that is one area you can check in. And I told you like why IEEE is having the quality. So the peer reviewing means your publication will not be published as it is. You will get comments and you will get the experts' opinions and how you can improve your publication. So that is the one key factor that we keep to increase the quality. And because if you get more comments means your improvements will be better. And also they have like this is not only for researchers, they have the researchers, they have the facilities for libraries, and even here what I want to highlight is you can go for university subscription, and you will get the free access for all these documents if you have a university subscription for IEEE. And mostly the innovators also looking at these documents, publications that you are providing to IEEE publications or any other publication organization you have here. And so that is the Explorer I was talking about. So the number of articles that you can search in Explorer is very high, and you will get a lot of information from those articles. And if you are an author, that's one point you can go and check Explorer. But if you are a researcher, to gather your knowledge before doing the research even, you can go for this and search for recent articles. So what are the opportunities that you have when you publish with IEEE? Like you have a kind of a wide area, and your paper will be visible for all these other journals, publications, conferences. So that the community is very large. So that's the point that you will get more opportunities on that. So it's like authors can be found where their work belongs. So because I showed you how many technical chapters we have. So each will have their own conferences, not like only one, they have several. So they are technically co-sponsoring for several conferences. So that's the visibility you are getting all over the world. And so this IEEE Digital Author Toolbox, I encourage you to go through the IEEE Digital Author Toolbox. This means it will provide the guideline that you were discussing from this workshop session 1 to 3, how to provide, how to get more information about article preparation, templates, a style guideline, and how you can do a proofreading. Even when you are submitting for IEEE conferences, they will provide you to have this plagiarism checker, which is purchased by the conference organization. So that's the like author toolkit that you can get from IEEE. So please go through it. And even the important part is for IEEE publications, you have a similar format for every publication. So it's easy for you to keep a similar formatting when you are doing the Word or LaTeX or any tool that you are using. And also this tool will provide you how what are the answers for these frequently asked questions, and because the question you have might be asked by someone else regarding the author toolbox, like whether this number of words in my abstract is too large or too small, so something like that. You can check whether someone has answered it before, or you can put your questions even. And one other good thing I have seen is people need to find you. That's why we are going to let our findings out in the scientific community. As I told, it's about giving it out, and someone will use your knowledge and use it for a improvement or a better implementation. So be careful on that side. Even when you publish something, someone always make sure someone will read it, and someone will get something out of it. And also keep in mind, your publication will be used for someone else's further development. So that's the responsibility you are having towards the scientific community. And they need to trust what they find. So that's why IEEE also have strict guidelines for these quality checkers. There are issues that we need to address. So with the issues, we find out, okay, this is the good way to have more quality improved. So like if you are finding an article, so you need to make sure that this is trustworthy. So that's what we should provide as a article if you are publishing it. So the trust motivates them to return to our publications. So like if you are an author, you will be visible for all these communities. Then they will find you. Then if they trust your documents or trust your publications, they will come back to you. That's how you increase the number of citations in a way. So please go through these websites and get the idea about what are these toolkits you are having to support your research publications under IEEE, and even how you can navigate through this Explorer. And you don't need to be a member to navigate or get this document. They are publicly available documents, but if you need more further details, you have to have this. So one good point in IEEE, other than these publications, journals, conferences, is this IEEE data port. Actually, this is a kind of a resource that you can share your databases. So simply nowadays, I have the experience, the university students are always trying to go with this image processing and machine learning, AI. So what they are finding the difficulty in this side of research is finding out the data. So if I say, if you want to do a research in some disease in tea leaves, you have to take all the photos, and that means the images, the count of images that the number of images that you need to take is very high if you want to go for a good accuracy. So that is a limitation. Sometimes we cannot find the data. So in this IEEE data port, what they provide is you have some databases that is already added, and you can be also a contributor to this data port. That means you can add your database for other researchers. They can use it. So it is the storing, access, manage, and you will be connected. So if I show you that, oops, a little bit. Okay, let me search it. So what you have here is the IEEE data port, and these are the like most recent databases they have, like simply if I take Arabic digital sequential electromorphography. So then the classification data for road accidents in Dhaka city. So someone in Bangladesh has done this research, and they found out some images, and these are the electromagnetic information that you need to have some parameters. So there are a lot of things. So let me check something. Okay. Accelerated bearing test. So if you go here, the point is if you are the contributor, your name will be displayed here, submitted by who, and what's the format, and whether you can download it freely or not. So not only that, it will give you a an idea about what this database is telling you, like comparative measurements between a digital accusation system and an analog accusation system, namely National Instruments Compact Trio. So if you read this kind of a abstract, you will understand, okay, what type of data they have been collected and what type of information I can get from this database. So here, the size and everything is there. Now, the point is, if you are sure that this will help your research, you can go ahead and download and see. The other thing is, if you are having a good data set, please go ahead and contribute, because it is one way that we enrich our scientific knowledge. So if someone wants to use your data and do another research or the same research improvements, you can contribute to that. So you have a way to submit a data set, and even to encourage these submitting data sets, they have been organizing some competitions. The most recent one was for database for climate change, and even for winners, they provide like $1,000 or some kind of a prize if you have a good database, if you can submit it to the IEEE data port. So that is one good approach. And even here you will see what type of categories they have. So if you are a contributor, please go ahead and do this. It will add a color for our domain in engineering. So this is one good tool, and you can create a free account and become an individual subscriber. And even if you want to keep it as a institutional subscription for like a university, they can give all the data they have whenever they need. So they can be a institutional subscription. So it's like going like under the name of the institution. So they have provided those options for you. And I was telling, like, one key area that IEEE is addressing is standards. So you have seen IEEE standards. I believe in most of telecommunication and electrical side, you have IEEE standards. So even you will think like someone else who are very experts in this area is developing this. It's not that. There are experts, very experienced people in these standard committees. But even if you are interested, you can actually get connected to these working groups. So what we do is, if you want to improve a standard or create a new standard, they create a working group who has the same interest. So you can go ahead and get the access to these people who are working in the working group. Now, if I want to develop standards, so they will ask me what area and the introduction. So what are the principles? Now, if you are a part of these working groups, you have to kind of go along with the rules and regulations they are having, because you cannot give fake information. You cannot do unethical things. So you have to be a part of standard development, but you have to keep your behaviors in that group according to these rules and regulations. So it's not that we have to like discipline ourselves than we are. So it's like a professional working. So that's why they provide all this information. Like, so the basic introduction will be there, and even they have the training, working group training, if you are interested in going on this area. So how this can be done, and even what kind of focus areas. Like if I want to go for energy, so I will go for a standard that is under this energy area. So there are featured standards and projects. So if I go here, one of these projects, the IEEE standard for interconnection and interoperability of distributed energy resources with associated electrical power system interfaces. So I can either purchase this standard, like standards are there for you to purchase as institutions or individual if you want to develop something. And even you can contribute if this is an ongoing working group. So there are some working groups which are ongoing. Some are now already done. So you can get the working group details from here. So this is the working group, and contact the chair, and they will give you more information about it. So this is, even though you think it is a very advanced thing in developing standards, it is, but even you can be a part of it. So through IEEE, we have that forum that you can be a part of the IEEE standard development as well. So, and here, one other area that I wanted to cover is what other institutions that provide this research and development, the contribution to the research and development in our country. So this National Science Foundation is one of the key organizations that helps you with the research. I'm a product of NSF because when I'm working as the research assistant for my PhD, they were the organization who funded me, and even they have extended the grants, and even I got a travel grant to go for a conference. So that's one institution that helps to the development of the research in Sri Lanka. So they have objectives, and they are announcing these research grants. And even if you are a researcher who is working after the undergraduate studies as a research student, there are opportunities they provide for research assistant under NSF. So that's one organization you can keep looking. And for supervisors, for your university staff, they can apply for these grants, and they will provide some money to get the research done. So that's how it goes. And even a similar organization is there, National Research Council, NRC. So that is one research institution again in Sri Lanka, which provides different research grants, and similar to NSF, they have some objectives and how you can go along with the development of the country. Now, what we are looking here is these organizations have the national policies and their focus areas. So the grants that provide will be going to a great evaluation, and they will have reviewers for your progress in each grant. So that's one quality checker you are having in this research opportunities that you're having everywhere. So I think mainly my idea was to open your views for these kind of opportunities that you have around the world. So it's not limited to the Sri Lankan context. So you can go beyond that. Even I didn't talk about elsewhere, IET, and I know yesterday Dr. Kamal talked about IESL. So they have a lot of opportunities. So I'm not going to repeat that, but we all have a lot of opportunities that is getting you on board with the research and development for the requirement of the country. So please go ahead and get these opportunities. And even if you think like I was studying about the standard thing, it's not like we cannot do that. If you start from the bottom, you will be able to go for the higher levels of this technical domain. So please get these opportunities, and if you need any guidance, if I know something, I can always help. So it's about having the passion and getting with the research and development, because that's what we really need. Because if we, as engineers, we always need to provide the development of technology. That is actually the key role as engineers. So I believe this helps you to get an idea about what you can do and what are the opportunities. Thank you so much, and I'm open for any questions. So if you have, I'll try to answer those. Thank you, Dushyant. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Akila. So the floor is open for the questions if you have anything to be clarified before we wind up.
I'll share my email, so you can contact me if you need. And oh, sorry. Can I edit it? So if you have anything that when you are navigating, like you can actually go for frequency asked questions always, because some questions are already asked by someone. So that's one way. And even IEEE side, from IEEE side, we have a good navigation at the website, but there will be some doubts. So if you really have it, go ahead. And I didn't talk about IEEE Spectrum, which is the flagship magazine of IEEE, so which has most of the interesting information about science and technology. So please go ahead and check those as well.
This was a live recording at ISL Mysore Studio, so you can refer the lecture materials later, because we are uploading these recordings to our YouTube channel. So there also you can refer this. And the speaker is fine. I can share the presentations with you all as well. Right. In that case, if you don't have any more questions right now, we can wind up the session. So before winding up, I should mention that this was a collaborative webinar series that we organized with IEEE Power and Energy Society Sri Lanka chapter. So this was the fourth and last one. So we have done 4 consecutive webinar series to give away a knowledge about the research methodologies and how to do a good publication. So as you know, ISL annual session publications and research paper submission is open for you all. And from YMS side, we have arranged a young technical conference as well that will be published very soon. And on the other hand, a lot of universities and other organizations like IEEE are also opening papers for these days. So we thought of giving a hands-on experience and an introduction session for you all to get before do the submission. So that was our intention. So I think our members got the maximum benefit out of these 4 sessions that we conducted during last couple of days. So I should first thank ISL CEO, Engineer Neil Abhisekar and his dedicated team for supporting us to arrange this program within very short notice. And I must also thank IEEE Power and Energy Society Sri Lanka and its chairman, Dr. Akila Vijayatunga, for giving the coordination and supporting us to make this a reality. And on the other hand, I should thank our resource persons, Dr. Danushka Udyanga, Dr. Damayanti Herath, and Dr. Kamal Karnanand also for allocating their valuable time for us to give this information and share their experience and expertise with us. So all in all, it was a very wonderful and informative and collaborative session that we had during last couple of days. So I must thank everyone who joined today and in our previous sessions as well to make this an interactive one. So on behalf of young member section of IESL and the Electrical, Electronic and Telecommunication Engineering Section Committee in IESL, I should thank everyone who supported to make this a reality. So this will be the last session that we are taking before the New Year dawn. So I must wish all you a happy and prosperous New Year as well. So we will meet after New Year in a similar kind of knowledge sharing session. So until that, I want to say goodbye and good night to everyone. Thank you all.